Hey everyone, it's Pete here, Epic Estate Wines, with another edition of Cellar Talk. Super excited today because we're doing something we don't normally do. Not only am I going to review a vertical of our Zinfandels from 2010 to 2013, we're actually going to be offering them for you to taste as a vertical in the tasting room this weekend only for ZinFest. And not only that, you'll be able to purchase those bottles as long as you're early enough that they're not sold out. So, if you're in town, even if you're not in town, get yourself in town, taste these wines because they're tasting so fantastic. So I'm just going to say a little bit about each one, so let you know what you can expect and sort of review what the vintages were like and how they affected these wines. First up is our 2010 Zinfandel. Now, 2010 was the first harvest that Jordan and I started at Epic, so these are our little babies. These are the first wines that we made here at Epic together. We fermented them, we blended them, we bottled them, and we've aged them now. It's been, over 5 years, and this wine is really aging beautifully. If you've had any of our 2010s, you know it was a fantastic vintage for us. Huge, ripe, lush fruits. Beautiful just flavors across the board, supple tannins. I can't say enough about the 2010 vintage. But for this specific wine, when I tasted it, I got just an explosion of berries, blackberries, currants, boysenberry jam, with an undercurrent of that sort of brambly, dry herb aroma that it sets this wine apart. Really amazing. 2010 was a cooler year, as was 2011. Now that's not the only thing going on because these wines are very different. We did get some extra hang time in 2010, and that really certainly allowed the fruits to be in the forefront, front and center. But 2011, even though we had some big rainstorms come, sort of forced our hand on the pick, we were able to get full ripeness. And what did come is this amazing tertiary aroma. I'm going to explain it the best way I can, which is if you've ever been shooting, like at a shooting range, that smell of spent gunpowder. It's like a flinty, not quite matchsticky, it's not like sulfurous in any way, but it's flinty and it's earthy. I love it. I love that aspect of this wine. And beyond that, it's got the typical white pepper, the spice of a Zinfandel. All of the other than fruit characters, including a crushed rock minerality that I find really pleasing. Actually, 2011s are some of my favorite wines we've made. But definitely these two wines, both from cooler years, showing different aspects of what a cool vintage can provide, are a great way to start this 4-wine vertical. And now, that was the 2011. But now moving on to the 2012, we have a marked difference in vintage, kind of going from 2 cool seasons to 2 hotter seasons. 2012 was maybe the beginning of our drought season. It's hard to pinpoint exactly, but it was definitely hot and dry. And what we get out of this wine is just an explosion of fruit and texture on the palate. And this wine is still young. It needs a little bit more time to show everything it has to offer, but it's a powerhouse. And if you like big, amazingly impactful wines, I think the 2012 might be your favorite as well. But I recommend giving it another 5 to 10 years on this wine. I think it's going to age beautifully. Definitely not in its prime yet. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to say about the 2012. It's really interesting. I noticed in Jordan's tasting notes she had mentioned blackberries and cream, and at first I thought, what could that mean? But as I was tasting the wine, it really was like a berry parfait without being sweet. It certainly had a sweetness to it, but no residual sugar. Finished really clean and dry, and it was cool. It was blackberries and cream. The final wine I want to review with you. It's just a baby, this 2013 Zinfandel. It's got so much potential, so much going on. It's really almost criminal to open it too soon, I want to say. But you'll have the chance to taste it this weekend in the tasting room. And hey, if you like it, go for it. Have this vertical as soon as you buy it. But yeah, the 2013, it's showing very primary fruits, and those are going to get more interesting and complex as it ages in the bottle. Definitely has that pepper spice, and even these like aromatic herbs, hinting at sort of an East Asian influence. So that'll be something to look forward to see how that develops in the bottle over the next 5 years. And again, great structure, just like the 12. These 4 wines, you can put them down in your cellar for 5 years, no problem, and you can pull them back out and taste this exact same vertical, and in 5 years, and it's going to be even better. So this weekend only in the tasting room for ZinFest, because the man, the myth, the legend, Paderewski, he planted Zin at Paderewski Vineyard, and he made his Zinfandel here at York Mountain Winery. We always save a little bit of Zin for you for ZinFest, because we like to pay homage to the man. So please come on down to our tasting room, try this 4 Zinfandel vertical from 2010 to 2013, and if you're in time and you're in luck, you'll be able to purchase that 4-pack as well. It's been my pleasure to do this review with you. Check out our website, epicwines.com, but please, if you can, come on by this weekend for ZinFest and enjoy this with us. Cheers.